to the Psychology Summit 2018. Thank you so much for watching. In this session, Sifu Anthony Corrales, who is a Qigong teacher and the director of Flowing Zen, is going to give you a taster of Qigong. And we've already, of course, had a chat with Anthony to explain what Qigong is and the benefits, but this is actually a practical session, a taster. So I encourage you to join in and experience Qigong for yourself and, of course, enjoy.
Hi, I'm Sifu Anthony Corrales, and in this short video training, I'm going to introduce you to an amazing art called Qigong. Qigong is an ancient Chinese self-healing art, and it is the grandmother of Tai Chi, but it's much, much easier to learn. It's also a cousin of acupuncture because Qigong and acupuncture are both branches of traditional Chinese medicine. Now, I've been practicing this art for over 20 years and I've had amazing success. In fact, this art saved my life. It helped me with my clinical depression, anxiety, severe low back pain, chronic fatigue, and a host of other problems. Since 2005, I've been teaching this art to people all over the world, and my students have gotten some pretty spectacular results with a wide range of stubborn health issues. So this session will specifically be geared towards autoimmune disorders, but I want you to understand that Qigong is a general self-healing art, and I'm going to do my best to make you fall in love with it the way that I love this amazing art. So let's dive in. First, I want you to understand that you can do this session, you can follow along with me, you can do it either standing or sitting. If you can stand, great, that'll be terrific. If not, you grab a chair or a stool or something and you just do the session, follow along with me, do the session while seated. Both are totally fine and you can get results whether you're sitting or standing. In fact, that's one of the beautiful things about the art of Qigong. So let's dive in. For those of you who are standing, we're going to first try to get the stance right. So an easy way to do that is to simply measure using your own foot. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my heel to my other big toe, it doesn't matter which one, and I'm just sort of pivoting and then adjusting the feet just to get a good width for the feet. Now, it can be a little bit narrower, that's fine, a few inches narrower if you feel like, that's more comfortable. Okay, good. And it could even be a few inches wider, but not too wide. If you start getting into wider stances, then we're getting into other territory. They do that in Tai Chi, that's fine. But Tai Chi is ultimately a martial art, and Qigong is not. Qigong is a self-healing art, so we want the stance to be more comfortable, a little bit more upright, and a little bit more natural. So very often, the simple way to do that is just to take your heel to your toe, pivot a little bit, and then move around and get comfortable. And in fact, I want you to get even more comfortable standing on your feet like that by standing pretty upright, not rigid, not like a military posture or anything like that. Just stand upright and then close your eyes and begin to wobble left and right. Now I want you to do this with your eyes closed because I want you to feel for your center. So all I'm doing is wobbling a little bit and shifting my weight left and right and feeling for the center point with the eyes closed. That means you have to feel it from the inside out rather than trying to look and orient and try to figure out where your balance point is. If you're on a chair, you're doing the same basic thing, but with the chair. So your feet are obviously on the ground, and in that case, they can be anywhere that's comfortable depending on the chair. But what I want you to do is wobble with the weight distribution on your buttocks. So move around, close the eyes, and wobble around and find the center. So whether you're sitting or standing, you're just wobbling around a little bit and trying to find where is that center point? Where is my weight spread? Really 50-50, left to right. And then also do it toe to heel. So wobble front to back. If you're on a chair, you're just going to move forward and backwards a little bit. And what we're doing is, with the eyes closed, we're internally searching for where the center point is. Good. So if you feel centered, we can begin with the first exercise, which is called playing the accordion, sometimes also called playing with the silk strand. I like playing the accordion, and in a moment you'll see why, because it's a cooler name. It gives the idea very well. So just watch for a moment. I'll demonstrate it a little bit, and then you can follow along with me afterwards, and I'll break it down systematically. It looks like this. me show you from the side just so you can see another angle. Okay, let me break it down systematically. So obviously it looks like I'm playing an accordion. I could be playing it in a lot of different directions. Let's start just with the physical movement. We'll worry about the breathing in a moment. So don't worry about the breathing for now. Let's just start with the movement. So what we're doing is we've got our accordion, and all we're doing is opening it very gently and smoothly, and then closing it very gently and smoothly. How far do you open? Well, that's up to you. This is a beautiful technique, and one of the reasons I've chosen it, aside from the fact that it's very good for autoimmune disorders, is that there's a lot of room to play. And when you were watching me, I hope you noticed that I was very free and playful in my movements, and that's what I want you to get today. So we can open wider or narrower. So follow along if you're not already following with me. You can go at different angles, just like an accordion. You can go up at an angle and back. You can go at the other angle. And if you noticed, you may have also seen that my body was quite relaxed. So as I was opening, my whole body was kind of opening up. And as I was closing, I was nice and relaxed and soft. So my body certainly was not rigid. Don't do this. It wasn't like, meh, 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 meh. I wasn't stiff in the body. Everything was flowing with the hands, right? And remember, we'll talk about the breathing in just a moment. Just flowing at different angles. One of the beautiful things about Qigong is that it's a flowing, smooth, and soft art. And it's not like these movements are written in stone. There are many, many different Qigong exercises, so many different exercises. All of them good for slightly different things, but all of them good for self-healing in one way or another. And one of the basic principles is to stay relaxed with the movements, to stay soft and relaxed. So the wrists are relaxed, the fingers are relaxed. There should be some space between your fingers. That means they're relaxed. If you try to hold your hands together as you do this, if you try to keep the fingers together, that means there's some tension in your hands, and we want to let go of that tension. So instead, relax the fingers, let them separate a little bit, and open and close. Now, what happens if your shoulders get tired? Okay, just relax the hands for a moment, or you can start playing the accordion down low. Remember, there's a lot of room to play. Or you can just relax the shoulders and the arms for a moment and then resume again when you're ready. Now, what if for some reason you can't use both arms? What if you have a frozen shoulder? No problem. You just play the accordion with one arm. Really, it's that simple. You can do it with just one arm. We can still get many of the benefits, if not all of the benefits, by using one arm. And I know this from experience, having taught people who they had a stroke and they didn't have use of their arm, or they had a frozen shoulder, or literally they had, they were disabled and they didn't have both arms, and they were still able to get fantastic results with Qigong. So if you need to, you just do the exercise with one hand, even if you're seated. So you could adjust the exercise to fit your need. You can do it seated, you can do it standing, you can do it with one arm or two arms, or any variation therein. Now, let's quickly talk about the breathing. The breathing is quite natural for this, but I want you to get it right because the breathing is actually important. In fact, the breathing is more important than this movement we were just doing with the accordion. So the breathing is very simple. You're breathing in gently through the nose, and then out gently through the mouth with a gentle sound. You may have heard me while I was just demonstrating it that I was making a little sound. So you should be able to hear your own exhalation just like you could hear mine. So let's try it together. It's really simple. We're breathing in gently through the nose as we open up, and then open the mouth and breathe out gently through the mouth as you close. Breathe in gently through the nose as you expand the hands, whichever direction you're going, and breathe out gently through the mouth as you close the hands. Breathing in gently through the nose, and then out gently through the mouth. It's kind of like you're fogging up a mirror. You're sort of fogging up a mirror a little bit, and that's why you make that sound. You can close the mouth on the inhale, that's totally fine, but make sure you open the mouth on the exhalation. So one more time, it's breathing in gently through the nose as you're separating the hands, and breathing out gently through the mouth with a very gentle ha sound as you're closing the hands. Okay, so this exercise is very simple. It's, like I said, it's much simpler than Tai Chi. It's just this one move with a few variations that we can play with, a very simple breathing mode. And now, let's try to put the pieces together and see what we can do. So we're going to kind of do it as a form of moving meditation now. So I want you to get centered again, close your eyes again gently. You can open the eyes every once in a while to peek at me, but for the most part, you shouldn't need to see me now. You should be able to just listen to me and follow along because the movement is not that complicated. You can do it in a lot of different ways. It doesn't matter if you don't have to get it just right. You can mess up the form in a lot of ways and still get the benefits. So I would prefer you to keep the eyes closed if you can. Just follow me and follow my instructions. So with your eyes gently closed, we're going to begin playing the accordion, just opening the hands and closing them gently and smoothly. Let's add the breathing. So go at your own pace, but breathe in gently through the nose as the hands are going apart. And breathe out gently through the mouth as the hands are coming closer. Play with the accordion, so play in different directions. Find what feels good and comfortable and smooth and relaxed. And breathe. Breathe in gently through the nose as the hands are going apart. And breathe out gently through the mouth as the hands are coming together. Breathing and moving in unison. This is the beautiful thing. This is what turns it into a moving meditation. So if you can, keep the eyes closed and just feel this for a moment. We won't do this for very long, but I want you to breathe and flow and relax and get a feel for this gentle, moving meditation. So I'll do it with you and I'll keep quiet for a minute and we're just going to do this beautiful technique together. Remember to open the mouth as you gently exhale. Remember to stay loose, not just in your arms, but in your entire body. Everything is so loose. Your neck, your shoulders, your knees are unlocked and loose. Good. Continue. And use the breathing as a way to loosen you up even more. The breathing itself helps you to soften. Relax the arms. If they get tired, you can lower them down and play the accordion down low. Be very free with this exercise. That's one of the reasons it's such a beautiful exercise. It's so much freedom. Good. A couple more. Now, you can gently open your eyes and watch me. I want you to put your palms one on top of the other on top of your belly button. Somewhere around your belly button. The exact spot doesn't matter. They should be resting gently, nice and relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed, and just gently close your eyes for a moment. And just feel centered again, like we did in the beginning. Our hands are near our dantian, which is a Chinese word that means energy field. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about energy. Don't worry about energy field or Chinese words. Just feel centered. Just feel centered for a moment. That's it. Feel relaxed. Feel that you are physically centered left and right, but also mentally and emotionally centered. You're right here, right now. Breathe. Don't worry if your breathing is belly breathing or some other kind of breathing. Just breathe for a moment. Good. Now you can just blink the eyes back open. Very good. That was a very quick and simple intro to the beautiful art of Qigong. Now, of course, there's much more to learn. There's many more exercises to learn. Most of them are very, very easy, but like this one is called Pushing Mountains. That's a very easy one. or we have ones like this, separating water. These, a lot of different movements and different types of breathing as well. And then we also have more meditative aspects, which I can't teach you in this short session. I just wanted to give you a little taste. But the meditative aspect, which hopefully you glimpsed even a little bit, is one of the most important parts of Qigong. We can use Qigong to go into a deep state of meditation, and that's in fact where the real healing occurs. But you have a nice little taste, and I hope you'll practice it. If you practice this even just for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes a day, just breathe and flow and move like that, you'll start to see, first of all, you really enjoy yourself, you'll feel better right afterwards, but you'll start to see mild effects, even from this little taste that you've had. You'll start to feel better, have more energy, maybe your mood is better, maybe your pain won't necessarily disappear, but maybe it'll go down a couple notches, which is fantastic considering how little Qigong you actually know, just had a taste here. Really what I'm trying to do is turn you on to this art. Qigong is a beautiful art. There's tremendous depth to it. I've been practicing it, like I said, for over 20 years, and I plan on practicing it for, another 100 years or so. And I absolutely love this art. And my goal is to turn you on to this art so that you will learn deeper, either from me or from some other teacher or whatever path works for you. But my mission in life is to turn people on to this beautiful art of Qigong, and I really hope that I've done a little bit of that today with you. I'm Sifu Anthony, and I hope you enjoyed this brief little introduction to the wonderful art of Qigong.
Thank you very much for watching.